I am Bill Cosby.
And there you go. And that's the interview. Thank you for being here.
Well,
I'm ABC News
care.
Radio entertainment
Yes.
correspondent David Blaustein, joined by Bill Cosby, and we also have Jace the Great,
Yes.
Brother Haas,
Yes.
Supernova Slom,
Yeah.
and Dr. Cosby's longtime musical collaborator, William Spaceman Patterson.
Hey,
How you guys doing?
we're great.
We're great.
Thank you for being here.
We appreciate it. What, you got cab money?
I'll give you some. We can take care of you
I was
there.
asking you.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. You're here because of Bill Cosby Presents the Cosnarati State of Emergency. And, you know, when I look at this, I realize that this is not really a commercial venture for you. I think it's more of an artful lecture by Bill Cosby wrapped in a palpable and entertaining presentation. Is that a fair way to describe it?
No. I wanted to put these particular philosophies into a media that would be able to entertain people. I think that finding the writers for it was probably one of the best experiences I've ever had, because in working in television, movies with writers, it's very, very difficult to get pages that just jump right at you and say exactly what you want. But these fellows, except for Spaceman, they just knocked the ball out of the park. I didn't even have to finish a sentence before they were on it, and then took it to a level that I saw and I had hoped for, and it just made me very, very happy. And so these particular selections are also to cause people to think about themselves or friends of theirs, relatives, and begin to work at making positive changes.
You are really harnessing social media to help you with this, with Vimeo and Ustream. Tell me about that.
With this platform, Save Emergency, all those people that tuned into that conversation, we did a town hall call, a national town hall call. So everybody got the chance to Twitter and got the chance to see us online. They were shocked that we were actually interacting with them, and there's not a lot of interaction going on in our country amongst each other, just as a nation. So if you look at America as a family, our family is disjointed. So the state of emergency is not only calling forth in the urban community or the young people in the suburban community, but it's like America as a family is an example for the world. So this is a call, a town hall call for the family. Like Jace was talking about the importance of having those gatherings is to begin this continue this conversation.
Right.
So that's what that is.
People that are going through things in life, they have their personal soundtracks. You know, we have these iPods, and the phones have MP3 players, so people are constantly listening to sounds and listening to music all the time. You get on the subway, people are not even communicating with each other on the trains because everybody's tuned out. Everybody has to hear something. In them hearing State of Emergency, they still have their background and they still have their soundtrack on, but it can deal with the problems and the situations that they're going through right at that moment. As Dr. Cosby said, it doesn't matter their social economic, status in life.
And it's entertainment.
But it's using the creative media of entertainment to educate and also to entertain at the same time.
Right.
Because
Because there are topics on here that don't just resonate, that aren't exclusive to the African American community.
Right.
These are topics that almost anyone in any
This is why I
economic...
said to you that if we look at this country as a family, because we all in it, and in a broader level, humanity as a family on the planet. I mean, we have one planet, but on this country, let's look at the big. A lot of Americans are very patriotic of where they at. So let's just look at our family here. This album, this conversation on a CD, right, or many conversations, is meant to engage us in, like in Jay says, the dialogue, in a collective dialogue. Sometimes all of us have families we don't speak to in many years. You're related to people you don't even know. Oh, my family's down south, they up north. You don't have no engagement. Like Space say, everybody's into the in world. So this is said, let's come back out and interact with each other and address these issues collectively.
I think these call-outs and these listening parties, I've seen some footage and I've seen you in these situations, and you're so passionate, you're very fiery
And loud.
at these moments. Very, very, very loud.
Well, I am, because how many times have I seen soft-spoken people address people, and it's the same thing. You say, okay, after the speaker sits down and it's over, the people go out the door, and the energy is over. They do nothing, and that's why whoever came up with this idea of the house parties, the listening parties, I just have to thank them, because it is what I think this country, and the world for that matter, really needs, because there's so many individuals who come up to me and they say, look, what is wrong with it? And they don't know how to go about talking to each other, and I think this gives a wonderful, wonderful opening.
What about the people who are critical of your message?
They don't bother me, because in terms of stopping what I see I want to do. They can have all the opinion they want for whatever their reason is. I have no care to challenge them until they start to say things that are not true. Is it correct that they're challenging what I'm saying in all different directions? My age, my money, the money that I have. He can't be. He's lost touch. Well, all of those things are howling into the wind. Dr. Pasteur had many, many critics, and learned ones. Today, it's on the milk cartons.
Another thing that's so compelling about what you're doing here, Dr. Cosby, is it seems to be a lifelong passion for you to want to make things right in the African American community. What is driving you?
I decided in 1960, May, that I was going to be a school teacher. And I was going to save all those little Bill Cosbys who had no clear idea. No one had spoken to them, or if people had, they hadn't been loud enough. And so everything I did, and the things I was given, those things, because of my color and because of who I am as a colored person, a Negro, and an African American, and a black man, I decided to put those messages in everything I did. It's very, very important to me. And I had a wonderful run with the Huxtables, and a run that wasn't as loud, but just as strong, with a different world, with the kids going to the black college. And it's just been wonderful for me.
Guys, thank you so much for being here. I really
thank you.
appreciate it.
No,
It's
and you are a pleasure to talk to.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Dr. Bill Cosby, thank you so much. Jace the Great, Brother Haas, and Supernova Islam. I'm expecting very big things from you. Not that you guys are any slouches, but you.
He's a salesman.
He's fiery, man.
He's a salesman.
And
Fire
Spaceman.
Yeah.
Thank you. And the name of the album is Bill Cosby Presents the Cosnarati State of Emergency for ABC News Radio and abcnewsradio.com. I'm David Blaustein.